And we're back.
We shall continue.
So if you want to spend your souls, I mean, this is going to be a chunk right here. It's just because you haven't even looked at your stats yet, right?
No, I
Which
have
is
no clue.
But
Let's see what this message is real quick.
oh yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, that's right. I looked at that one, and then I wanted to see what was on the stairs over here.
Need humanity. That's kind of a meme of some kind, I guess.
I see.
Need humanity is everywhere, and it always has positive votes on it. People just like it and do it.
How do you vote on things anyway?
You might not have the thing yet, but if you hit select, yeah.
I see. Okay.
And if you do that, that guy, I think, gets a refill on his flasks. He gets +1 flask.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's like, kind of, especially if you like it, or if you want to participate in the
I would
culture.
just like to participate at this particular moment.
There it is. Yeah, so
having done that, let me rest at this bonfire. I'm not going to wreck up the place. It's a nice place. There we go. And I got a refill on my flasks by way of bonfire. So, level up, shall we?
Yeah, let's.
We level up. Attune magic. I have no new magics to attune yet.
Right.
Do you find those out in the world?
You'll encounter.
I guess I'll find out. So here we have
your stats.
my stats.
And it's just...
My humanity is 0.
Right.
So,
what I'd recommend is go back up to vitality there.
Yeah.
And hit select. Okay, and then we can go through each deal. So obviously, blah blah blah.
Total souls of possession. Souls have various uses but are left behind in the spot of one's death. Souls required to level up and boost one parameter. C. But because I haven't spent any yet, this hasn't changed, my level hasn't gone up, and each level gives me the ability to boost one of my stats, essentially.
Yep. Pretty standard stuff.
Right.
HP. Attunement, that is these things over here on the right.
Oh, I see. And seeing as I only have one thing to put in them right now, I don't see any real strong need to boost that. Stamina, equipment load, and resistance to bleeding. I'm currently traveling light, although stamina is useful. To wield powerful weapons and boost weapons attacks. Advanced weapons. Defense and resistance to poison. To wield sorceries. And to cast miracles.
And miracles and sorceries are different from pyromancies.
Oh, they are?
Yes, but you are not excluded from using miracles or sorceries if you wish.
I see.
If you have the necessary stats.
So wait, how do I use pyromancy? What are pyromancies tied to then?
That's its own deal.
I see.
It's just tied to the item itself, the hand thing. Okay, so dig that.
Black sprites within one's bosom. Symbolizes human nature and determines item discovery and resistance to curses.
Very important.
I see. Resist item discovery. I'll come back to that. Now, these things, are these dependents? They like change in response to stuff?
Yeah.
So I can't actually change these individually.
Right. Yep.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep.
But there is a defense against fire attacks, and there's also a defense against thrusts. Very important to know. And that just tells me what these are. What's going on with these greater than...
Oh, that will change when you level up.
I see.
If it's applicable.
Okay. I want to check out the stuff over here. Number of slots. Curse resist, poison resist, bleed resist, and poise. Ability to retain a sense of oneself in a conversation. Alright, so select. We'll select B to get me back out of here.
Now, I said there was only one universal piece of advice in Dark Souls that people give, and that you might remember it. I'll be impressed if you do. But
something
don't kill the
kill the dogs first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I did remember that.
Okay.
When you said don't kill that, I got something very confused.
The other piece of advice is don't level resistance. You are basically throwing points away when you do it. It's
futile.
Yeah,
in a sense, it will be resistances. Yeah, right.
Very nice. Yeah. So just in case, that's probably not where you were going to go.
No, I mean, vitality, getting hit points is always a good thing.
Yeah.
And then, dexterity seems appealing to me. because this talk of advanced weapons, I feel like that's the sort of thing that maybe you want to start building early. But I would say the same thing for strength, for that matter, or intelligence or faith. Like, these don't seem relevant to me at this time. I have no way to use these things yet.
Right.
Clearly, as you've seen, my use of intelligence not sterling.
And you'll probably get about 3 levels from the 4,000 souls.
Gotcha.
So.
But do I want to dump all of that in one place? Well, in the past I've discovered in RPG-like systems that going too broad is usually not a good call.
It's a good instinct.
Yeah, you want to specialize in these games. That's usually how it goes. So dexterity also boosts attacks. Is there anything that boosts my dodge? I don't think so. That seems like it would be a dexterity kind of thing.
I mean, I don't know about dodge.
Nope. Dodge just seems to be how well you use it as a player.
In Dark Souls 2, there's something that more factors into that, but yeah.
Just want to make sure. I want to make sure I wasn't neglecting something.
You know what? It may very well be that dexterity, it speeds up your potion drinking, and and it also does speed up your casting speed by a little bit, but noticable.
Now, I have one other question I'll ask you that you can choose not to answer if you want. But are these stats relatively arbitrary, or are they tied to class selection at all?
They are tied to class selection, but nothing else.
Okay.
Any character can do anything, provided they have the necessary components or stats.
Yeah. So resistance is futile.
That's great.
I think I'm gonna. My dexterity is low.
Yeah, you can see the way the character's already skewing.
I feel kind of slow though, but like, am I going to be like pushing this character in a direction that a pyromancer is not meant to go if I put stuff into dexterity?
No, it's just whatever feels right to you. Do you want to wield a giant weapon and kind of slam it around, a big axe or hammer? Do you want to have a smaller blade and be like quick?
Well, it's going to make for potentially longer fights in theory. Although either way, you've got to wait your opportunity to use a larger weapon.
Dex is useful for a pyromancer, though, because of the casting.
It's a casting thing, I was thinking.
Bonus.
All right.
And you'll eventually want to get everything up to at least 20 or so, maybe not resistance.
All right, I'm going to put a point in dexterity.
So push right on the pad.
Oh, right on the pad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Until I accept this, it's not committed.
Yeah, and you'll see that for a while, all these are going to level up your defensive, regardless of what it is.
Oh, okay.
And that's partially why resistance is crap.
Yeah, I gotcha. Which was attunement again?
That's spell slots.
Oh yeah, no, I don't need that yet. I'm not worried about that at this point. Take an extra vitality.
Good call.
Playing around with it here. And there's like a planning for the future piece where I'm like, it might make sense to invest in intelligence or faith.
I would recommend holding off on that.
Okay.
For now.
I will take your advice then. Go a little deeper here.
Yeah, I mean, it's already almost rounded out to where strength was, so really it's, taking it in a direction.
I feel like I want to, do that a little bit.
Okay.
So, not so much as
well, you kind of want to focus on at least for a while. I don't know if I'm saying too much, but when it comes to permanent stats,
I think about any RPG system, and I'm not planning on doing more than a playthrough of this game. Yeah. So, I definitely appreciate something that's going to say because these are choices; they're irrevocable, right?
Yes,
more or less.
Yes.
All right. Screw it then.
Okay.
I'm just taking the direction. I'm going to be faster. And give myself a little bit more hit points because that's just a nice thing to do. Well, I'm almost tempted to give myself a little bit more on the hit point factorage.
Considering what I'm going to recommend next, you may want to do that. Just
why not?
In the interest
it was my other gut call there. I was I looked over there on the right of that hit point thing, the less than side, which now really doesn't make sense. I'm thinking maybe those arrows don't mean what I think they mean.
These arrows here?
Yes. They are just indicating what I would call a greater than.
It's not a greater than thing. It's just simply an arrow.
Okay.
But it's poorly chosen as a symbol because it already has a meaning.
That's true.
That they're not using.
Yeah. All right. I feel pretty good about this. I just look like a balanced character now, but the idea is I'm pushing in a direction. Let's go with it. Accept. Confirm. Reinforcement. This was a Japanese game.
Yes, there's some.
Okay.
Very clean.
I've confirmed my reinforcements. Cool. I think we've bored any viewer enough now with this leveling up nonsense.
Yep. There's one other thing.
It's reverse hollowing? Well, that wasn't there before. I don't have any humanity. In level up, do you mean there's another thing?
Nope.
Oh, okay. There's the Attunements of Magics, and I don't have any other magics yet.
Right.
But there is, of course, if I leave...
Or Kindle, if you want to...
Oh, what the heck is a Kindle?
Oh,
I can't Kindle while hollowed. Okay, thank you for reminding me there was another option in this menu, though. I do like that. But no, I did want to actually do this. No, start. There we go. Change equipment, if I recall correctly. And at this point in time, can I get rid of these things if I have like extras? Like I do, in fact, seem to have several.
Yeah, you can hang on to them for now.
Broken objects, but I'm going to try out the short sword.
Okay.
Is there some kind of hidden skill progression thing going on with regards to weapons?
No.
Okay, so use a weapon. Use a weapon. It's good to know.
But they all have their own moveset, including those advanced moves I was showing you.
Oh yes.
They all act differently.
Oh, good to know. Oh no, that's interesting. These weren't here before.
Yep, those are pickups, and they automatically slot into your quick bar as you pick them up.
Now, I was told I did not have any humanity, and yet here I seem to have 5 of them.
If you enter, hit A.
Hit A.
And then hit X to toggle display. You can see.
Rare tiny black sprite found on corpses, used to gain 1 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called humanity, but little is known about its true nature. The soul is the source of all life, and what distinguishes the humanity we hold within ourselves? What indeed? What indeed? Large souls of a lost undead, or a soul of a lost undead who has long ago gone hollow. Souls are the source of all life, and whether undead or even hollow, one continues to seek them. Used to acquire souls. And a dark sign. That's a totally different game. Yep. A cursed undead. Now, that's me. I bear this. It's notably non-equipable, or appears to be.
So the dark sign, if you ever get stuck somewhere, you can use it to kill yourself, basically.
Ah, I see.
I've never done it because it's kind of a bummer.
Right, but like if you're, say, somehow managed to get embedded in a wall or some such nonsense.
Yep.
Alright. So, yeah, I don't have any arrows or bolts. Just this beat-up old shield, which I hope to replace at some point. Have I picked up any? No. Didn't think so. A manchette. That can't be how you pronounce that.
Manchette, I assume?
Probably.
I like manchette, though. That sounds like a high-end male fashion device.
Yeah.
Of some kind.
That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so, no, I don't have any other gear to play around with, but you did bring my attention to these. So, in a pinch, I could use one of those. Oh, and these, they're used to acquire souls, but it says little else about them.
Now, there is, if you back out of the menu here,
yes.
There is one part of the HUD that you haven't yet inquired about. Is there anything that you're not sure of what it means yet? Like in the upper left?
Oh, like perhaps that thing in the upper left-hand corner. Yeah, I was just looking because I was like, oh, I see what the 465 is. Yeah, no, there are 2 zeros up there.
So that is your humanity.
Okay.
If you kill monsters in an area for long enough, you'll slowly acquire them naturally. If you use it, which I'd actually let you do now. But actually, before you do it, can you take your hood off?
I want to take.
Yeah, I want to take.
Oh yeah, I want to see how I'm doing actually.
Mug, like how are you feeling?
Oh,
there's gestures too.
Oops.
Which
Multiple
if you
players are.
do get invaded,
Yeah.
I can teach you about like etiquette. Like usually someone won't kill you if you're fighting a monster, and then
Sure.
both people bow
So you would like me to
and hug.
Oh, you can bow and hug.
And there's no hugging, but that'd be
No.
Oh,
Okay.
what if there was?
Well, then it would kind of be Fable. And
kind of lock you.
Maybe multiple people. I don't know.
Yeah, so
let's
just
unequip that for a second. All right, back out again.
And if you go near a wall, sort of, you can swing the camera around and we can maybe not right. Oh yeah, no, that's good.
Back up a little bit
Yeah,
there. Yeah, I'm in pretty rough shape. I don't have too much of a nose.
No.
I'm really rather
And the
bloody
nose
looking.
is discolored. It's weird.
From the rest of
It's
my
like
discolored
white and the
face?
rest is-
Yeah.
Anyway, so go ahead and pop a humanity.
Oh, like while I'm looking at myself here, eh?
Well, I kind of jumped the gun. It works differently in Dark Souls too, but yeah, if you quit the sub menu there.
Yeah, just hit X now,
Yeah,
right?
Yep. Okay, so that's actually nothing. But you see now you have a 1 up there. And now if you go...
Yeah, but I could have used that to regain hit points.
Yes.
In theory. Yes.
Yep, in a pinch, like if you were all out of your 9 flasks and you're desperate. But generally you want to use those for a more specific purpose.
Okay.
Such as what we're about to do, which is if you sit at that bonfire over there, you can reverse hollowing.
Aha!
And like swing it around and take a look at your guy. And then, yeah, perfect.
For humanity? Sure. Aha!
Hey, you're a person.
I'm a person for now.
Right.
It's just a guess here that I have.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what this means is now you can, given the right items, you can invade other worlds.
And I can be invaded more easily?
Yes. You cannot be invaded while hollow.
Well, hollow. I see.
Yep.
Okay.
It's unlikely that you'll get invaded because you're very low level.
Sure.
But some people do like to do like a low level run and like grief other players and stuff.
Yeah.
So
you need to be comparable level to be to invade somebody. Gotcha.
Right. Yep. So yeah, plus you have better item discovery. And just generally, and you're just human, and it feels right. Like when I'm undead, I don't like the way my character looks. I feel unclean, you know.
You have a bird beak, don't you? Maybe not.
So you can pop your hood back on if you want. Sometimes I play without headgear just to...
Does the headgear provide...
But it's armor and stuff, so you probably...
It is,
isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I would like that. Yeah, this is one thing I'm just going to complain about the interface. I've had very little right to complain about this interface so far because it's quite pleasing, but honestly, I'm sitting at a bonfire and you're not going to let me change my gear. It would be nice to have access to that while I'm here. You know. I understand. There's from a development standpoint, I understand why.
So you can't hit start. Hitting start and it doesn't. It makes you stand up.
It makes you stand up and does not put me into.
Oh, you know what that is though? I think it's because it's an online game, and being able to change equipment while being safe or whatever.
Yes.
It might be unfair. Because otherwise, the game is always flowing in like real time.
I suppose so.
I can see that being a deliberate choice, that you have to be in the world.
To change your gear out?
Yeah.
I can see so. I'm also going to hazard a guess that it might actually just be, if you look at the way this interface is put together, how would I necessarily know when closing this interface what I'm going to return to? How does the system know? It could potentially, but it's perhaps a little bit.
Oh, I guess I'm not exactly sure what you mean. But
so if I'm in here and I press start and I go into that zone, the system is in a certain state right now, right? A state wherein the player is running around. If I rest at the bonfire, it puts the system into a different state where different options are available to it, right?
Right.
Including different displays that are available to it.
Right.
It might actually be more complicated than... I might be wrong about this. I know absolutely jack about how this particular game is built. But it might actually be a bit of a pain to do what I just suggested, to be able to give you access to that screen from the system being in both states. So
we'll never know.
We'll never know, unless I get an opportunity to, talk to develop at some point.
We should probably
go do something more exciting.
Yeah,
right?
well, we should probably take a break first.
Oh, sure.
And then do that. We can just label this like the stats and shit show.
This was the stats and shit show. We're out for now.